St. Patrick's Day is a holiday that is celebrated on the 17th of March each year. It is a day that is marked by parades, festivals, and a sea of green. The holiday has roots that trace back to the early days of Christianity in Ireland, and it has since evolved into a cultural and religious celebration that is enjoyed by people all over the world. St. Patrick, the man for whom the holiday is named, was born in Britain in the 4th century AD. His given name was Mewin Succat, but he later changed it to Patricius, which means father of the citizens. He was born into a wealthy family and lived a comfortable life until he was kidnapped by Irish pirates at the age of 16. He was taken to Ireland, where he was sold into slavery to a chieftain named Milchu. Patrick worked as a shepherd for Milchu for 6 years before he managed to escape and return home. After he returned home, Patrick became a Christian and decided to devote his life to serving God. Patrick had a vision in which he was called to return to Ireland as a missionary. He spent several years studying and preparing for his mission before returning to Ireland in the year 432. He traveled all over the country, preaching the gospel and converting the people to Christianity. Patrick is credited with bringing Christianity to Ireland, and he is considered the patron saint of the country. He died on the 17th of March, 461, and that date has been celebrated as St. Patrick's Day ever since. The first St. Patrick's Day parades were not held in Ireland, but in the United States. The parades were held in St. Augustine, Florida in 1601 and in New York City in 1762. The New York City parade was organized by a group of Irish soldiers who were serving in the British Army. The New York City parade was a small affair with just a few dozen participants. It was held to celebrate Irish culture and heritage, and it quickly became an annual tradition. By the mid-19th century, St. Patrick's Day parades were being held in cities all over the United States. In Ireland, St. Patrick's Day was initially a religious holiday that was celebrated with church services and feasts. It wasn't until the 17th century that the holiday began to take on a more secular character, with people wearing green and decorating their homes with shamrocks. The color green is now strongly associated with St. Patrick's Day, but it wasn't always the case. Blue was actually the original color associated with St. Patrick, but over time, green became the dominant color associated with the holiday. Today, St. Patrick's Day is celebrated in countries all over the world, and it has become a secular celebration of Irish culture and heritage. In addition to parades and festivals, the holiday is also marked by wearing green, drinking beer, and eating traditional Irish foods like corned beef and cabbage. In Ireland, St. Patrick's Day is still celebrated as a religious holiday, but it has also become a day of national pride and celebration. The Irish government even goes so far as to dye the river that runs through Dublin green on St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day has a long and storied history, with roots that trace back to the early days of Christianity in Ireland. It has since evolved into a cultural and religious celebration that is enjoyed by people all over the world. The holiday has become a symbol of Irish culture and heritage, and it is celebrated with parades, festivals, and a sea of green. Whether you are Irish or not, St. Patrick's Day is a fun and festive holiday that offers a chance to celebrate.